I would like now to introduce our guest of honour, the Honourable Kevin Rudd, who we've asked to help officiate the opening of this building. So if you would all join me in a round of applause.
Well, thanks very much, and I too acknowledge the first Australians on whose land we meet and whose cultures we celebrate as the oldest continuing cultures in human history. Well, welcome to the People's Republic of West End. And this is part of my own federal district in the federal parliament, and it's a part of Australia that I dearly love. And one of the reasons I love it is that because it's a creative part of Australia. If you wander down the road here, you wander past the Griffith Film School, you wander past the Conservatorium, you wander past the Gallery of Modern Art, you wander past the Art Gallery of Queensland, the museum, the library. You wander up this way and you see facilities like this, and I've missed a few on the way, including the Queensland Theatre Company. There is a lot of creative energy per cubic metre of this particular part of Brisvegas. So it's good to add a new part of creativity to our own piece of Australian real estate here in Brisbane Southside. Creative industries are not just part and parcel of the soul and creativity of the Australian people. That's important in itself. It's who we are. We create, we paint, we dance, we make music, we do all sorts of things which are part of being a fully completed human being. And all of this is part of that wonderful exploration of the human spirit. It's also very good business. The numbers are quite stunning. If you look at the amount in this country which is each year expended on entertainment and media, it runs at about $22 billion. Globally, we are now seeing a global entertainment industry in terms of online and offline, global entertainment and publishing rising to about $2 trillion out of the overall size of the global economy, which is about $64 trillion. That's quite a lot of activity. And then we have the extraordinary numbers emerging in terms of internet users worldwide. In 2010, rising to 1.6 billion and rising now again to 2.3 billion by 2014. That's getting on towards half of humanity. This is very big business. And it's a slice of global business which we, the creative nation, should have a larger piece of the action. Enter this mob, and I'd like to formally welcome you to your investment in this part of Australia. The company Navitas, begun by the gentleman who spoke to you just before, back in the 80s from our earlier discussion, is an extraordinary company in itself. Many here won't know the fact that it's one of our larger Australian companies, market capitalisation of 1.2 billion, annual revenues of about 700 million. This is a significant corporate enterprise. And the fact that in the last year or two, they've decided to diversify, still within the broader remit of education, and purchase SAE, and SAE's own relationship with Qantm College, is, I think, an extraordinary vote of confidence into what can be done in the creative industries in this country. They're also active around the world. Having quizzed these guys before I got up here to talk to you, they tell me that not only do they operate across 7 or 9 locations in Australia, that's SAE, they're in 55 locations around the world, hence why the global CEO is based in Dubai. And they're operating in the most obscure, but still successful markets around the world, all in the name of an Australian creative industries business. My wife, Therese, who's the brains of our family, she has succeeded where her husband has failed. She understands what it is to pay a paycheck. She started a business here about 20 years ago, with just down in South Brisbane, in fact, where she had a total employment staff of half a secretary. She now employs about 3,000 people in 12 markets around the world. People who start companies like this and build them from nothing into something, I have a deep admiration for. Because you've got to put your idea on the line, you've got to make your creative idea work, and you've then got to pay people salaries and have some fun on the way through. So I would salute these guys for what they've done, not just here with what we're opening this evening, but in terms of the activities of the group, Navitas, around Australia and around the world, but also through creating a brand new and now increasingly globally recognised Australian corporate entity. Finally, this is fantastic as a facility. Brizzy River, just over there, if I'm pointing in the right direction. Just over there. Never been good at directions. Just over there. This is a great location. It's part of Queensland's and Brisbane's creative hub. I know the building well. When its previous occupants were here cutting edge, the advertising agency and film production unit, when all you folks had inflicted upon you the advertising campaign for the 2007 federal elections entitled Kevin 07, it was done up here. There are poltergeists still here, so beware as you tour the building later on. Having spoken to some of the students tonight from SAE, and if you haven't picked up the thematic colouring, the people in red are from Qantm, just in case you've missed it. You're going to have a fantastic time studying here in what is an extraordinarily creative part of Brisbane and an extraordinarily creative part of Australia. So folks, I'm glad you're here in large numbers tonight. This is an investment of confidence in the future of creative industries nationwide, an investment of confidence in what we do in this creative part of Queensland, and for all the young people here who are studying and are going to turn into creative zillionaires themselves, it's going to be a critical part of your formation.